I have an important question for our Muslim friends. Is today's Quran actually the Mushaf of Uthman? Muslim sources tell us that Uthman heard that early Muslims are fighting one another over different Qurans during the conquest of Azerbaijan and Armenia. So when Uthman is asked to take action, he commands Zayd ibn Thabit to collect all Quranic verses found with the Sahaba or written on wood, animal skin, stones or bones. Uthman then commands Zayd and his team to create 5 perfect copies in the Qurayshi dialect, which is known as the Mushaf of Uthman. When the Mushaf is finally compiled, Caliph Uthman then commands all the original existing manuscripts to be burned to get rid of all the Quranic differences, succeeding in burning 6 of the 7 ahruf, just to get rid of the evidence. Now let us prove that even Muslims of today do not have the Quran of Uthman anymore. In book number 1 called Kitab al-Masahif by Abi Bakr Abdullah al-Sajistani, also known as Ibn Abi Dawood, on page 241 and 242, we found an authentic hadith. Isnadahu sahih. Abdullah told us from Abu At-Tahir from Ibn Wahab that he said, I've asked Malik about Mushaf Uthman. He told me, it's gone. Wait a second, Imam Malik just admitted that the Mushaf of Uthman is gone with the wind. It does not exist anymore. So Quran of today is not the Quran of Uthman. There goes the so-called Quranic preservation. That's Malik ibn Anas for you, the Mufti of Medina, the founder of the Maliki Madhab. Wow! Just wow! What a surprise. Book number 2. The scholars of Al-Azhar in Cairo, Egypt wrote the following book called Manahil al-Urfan fi Ulum al-Quran, Volume 1, page 404. These scholars raised one of the most important questions. Where is the Uthmanic Mushaf now? And they answered the question by saying, and I quote, and there is no hard evidence between our hands that the Uthmanic Mushaf is still there. Wait, did you catch that? These scholars admit they cannot prove that the Quran of today is the Quran of Uthman. They have no proof or any hard evidence. Wow, this is bad. And the scholars of Al-Azhar continued saying, but the archaeological masahif, i.e. the physical copies that are stored in Egypt, are called or labeled as Uthmanic masahif. We highly doubt about the authenticity of attributing them to Uthman. Did you catch what they just said? In other words, these scholars of Al-Azhar admit that they doubt if these masahif or copies are from the time of Uthman or let alone being Uthmanic. Ouch! So if we summarize the mentioned points and we put everything in chronological order, Uthman created 5 new copies, then burned the originals in the 7th century. Imam Malik, that's Malik ibn Anas, the founder of the Maliki school, as mentioned in that Sahih hadith, Malik admits when asked about the Mushaf of Uthman, he said, and I quote, Mushaf of Uthman is gone. It does not exist anymore. Imam Malik died in the year 795 AD in Medina. The scholars of Al-Azhar University in Cairo, Egypt now finally admit and say, we don't have any hard evidence that the Quran of Uthman is the actual Mushaf of Uthman. And these scholars doubt if all the existing manuscripts or copies that are stored in Egypt are even Uthmanic. The scholars admit that there is no proof at all. I rest my case. Hey you, yes you, stay away from Islam.